Well, the AI world is rattled following Sam Altman's departure from OpenAI. Let's bring in Axios tech policy reporter Ashley Gold and Ruby Media Group CEO, AI and social media analyst Kris Ruby. Nice to see you, ladies. You know, let's
Thanks for having us.
Microsoft shares are one of the reasons the Dow is up today. They're set to close at a 2-year high because they hired OpenAI's Sam Altman to lead a new advanced AI team. Meanwhile, over at OpenAI, nearly every single employee, over 700 out of the 770 that work at the startup, are now threatening to quit unless the board resigns or they reappoint Altman. Ashley, I want to start with you. Take us inside what happened over this chaotic weekend. I'm calling the weekend the real executives of Silicon Valley. But is Sam Altman definitely going to Microsoft, or is he still a jump ball?
I think he's still a jump ball. I think it could be part of a strategic play. The value in OpenAI is Sam Altman. People absolutely love this guy. He has a great reputation in Silicon Valley as being super kind and following up with people, helping people out on various ventures. People love him. It's a total cult of personality at OpenAI around Sam Altman. Whether he actually stays at Microsoft, I think is totally not for sure. I think, Nadella of Microsoft said that. Maybe it could be strategic. We're not going to know until the smoke finally clears where he ends up.
Kristen, what do you think?
So I think the value of OpenAI has to be greater than Sam Altman and a cult of personality, right? And we're seeing in real time why this is so problematic when a company's reputation is really staked around people loving the CEO of that company, because what happens then if they're gone and then they take everyone with them? So I think that this is just the start of the AI wars, and really the war over AI is the war over language and speech. And we're going to see, I think, more of a conglomeration over the next few years of all of these companies sort of wrapped up under one sort of umbrella. But I think that Sam is going to Microsoft at this point, and I think that we saw that on Dev Day. You could start to see that relationship with Microsoft. That was the first peek into it, and so that's where I think we're at as of this hour. We'll see if that changes.
Ashley, let's just say that Kristen's right, and Sam Altman does indeed go to Microsoft, and he brings like the entire OpenAI team with them. I don't know if you have the answer to this, but can those workers take the intellectual property and know-how from OpenAI to Microsoft?
Great question. That's something me and my colleagues at Axios have been trying to figure out. I'm not exactly sure what the terms of the IP agreement between Microsoft and OpenAI is. I think that's all an open question. Mm-hmm. Microsoft has not had a board seat on OpenAI's board. So where the IP goes is still an open question. Yeah. But in California, you can't, enforce a non-compete. They have no reason not to be able to go to Microsoft. So we'll see what happens.
Kristen, what does this mean on Capitol Hill? Sam Altman was a familiar face there. I feel like he straddled the line between advancing and slowing down AI advancement in general. But the new CEO of OpenAI, Emmett Shear, he's famous for saying, slow down. If you're stumbling in a dark room, slow down. So who's going to be the poster child for Congress right now?
So first of all, I don't think Sam Altman is really going to go anywhere in terms of Capitol Hill. He's still going to play a leading role in that. I think Jack Clark of Anthropic is another one to watch that a lot of people aren't really talking about. But in terms of government policy, he is a leading driver, kind of more so behind the scenes in all of this. But Sam is still there. And so you have, on the one hand, you have someone, this is the fight of someone saying slow down versus speed up, right? And who is going to win? I think at the end of the day, somewhere in the middle will be the ultimate winner. But we also have to look at who's going to be the board of the future. The board of the future will be AI.
Ashley, it seems I'm reading it as speed up is the message, because look at what Meta is doing. They're actually ditching their responsible AI team and taking those workers and putting them in their generative AI and their other AI departments. And then Amazon is launching free AI classes for 2 million people. So it just seems like everyone's trying to speed up, not slow down.
Absolutely. I mean, the message from Congress, the message from the White House and other regulatory agencies here in Washington has been, hey, all this AI development is really promising, but you need to slow down, you need to be safe. And executives like to pay lip service to that and say, we're in total agreement with you. We want to be safe too. We're in alignment here. But what they actually do with their products, what they actually roll out at their developer days, it tells a different story. So you can kind of see who's winning here.
Yeah. Ashley, you know what?
I would also...
Go ahead, Kristen.
I would just add in that safety, in terms of AI safety, is usually a code word for censorship, and I would say that in terms of Capitol Hill and the Biden administration on the AI policy development, they secured voluntary commitment to get the weights from these AI companies. So I think that's a critical component of this discussion as well when we talk about AI safety and what that really means in the fight for open sourcing AI weights.
Kristen, Ashley, thank you for the time. Big story. We're following it here. Coming up.